On a quiet summer night, the breeze so gentle and warm, a slight vibration in my mind. A new idea is born. I saw a glimpse of a light, like a star that shining bright in the darkest of the night. How do you get an idea, a turning point in your life? Maybe the need that feeds the drive. In order to survive, you'll get some help on the way. A world that plants the seed, a thought that makes your day. We're calling it inspiration, the Spirit's breath like wind. Inspiration, breathing out and breathing in.
My name is Hanneke and I'm a proud 5th generation member of our family company Hofland Flowering Plants. Together with my brother Frank, we grow a variety of indoor and outdoor plants. Our company has now existed for over 125 years and has a rich history. My grandfather Franz, who is now 92 years old and the 3rd generation, has known all the generations of my family company. It was his grandfather Jan who started the company in 1899. My grandfather Franz still frequently comes to visit the nursery and see the plants, and he's still involved about everything what is going on in the market. Sometimes he brings along a newspaper about some information about sustainability or robotics. And I'm very proud and grateful to have the opportunity to continue our family's legacy.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Bart Hassan from Australia. I'd like to tell you a little of my journey. When I was 2 years old, my mother died, and for the rest of my childhood, I was brought up by my grandparents, my mother's parents. But it was my Saturday grandmother, my father's mother, that gave me a real love of flowers. She was part of our local garden club and the Floral Arts Society, and every Saturday I would spend with her. She would teach me plant names and we would garden. We had a family friend who was a florist, and that's how I started. I helped her in her shop and I went to demonstrations and exhibitions. And when I was only 13 years old, I was lucky enough to meet my idol, Gregor Lösch. I finished school and I went to work for her, and at the same time I got my certificate of commercial floristry. At age 19, I traveled to Japan, where I then spent 10 years working for a competition florist, Yoko Takahashi. Arigatou gozaimasu. With her, working with her, she won the Japan Cup and then the Asia Cup, and then I went with her to the 2002 World Cup, where she became third in the world. After I returned to Australia, I then started my own competition work. I managed to be Australian Interflora Florist of the Year 5 times. I won the Asia Cup of Floral Design, and in 2019, I was lucky enough to win the World Cup in Philadelphia. I'm now the proud owner of 3 flower studios in Australia with 18 staff, and I spend the other half of my life traveling the world teaching in other countries. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Chris Martens from Smithers Oasis. And I have a question for you all. Why are we here gathered during the World Cup? It's a question worth asking. And maybe later tonight, you'll share your own answer with the person sitting next to you. For me, the answer is rooted deep in my DNA. It began with my mother. I can still picture it. I was 5 years old, watching her at the kitchen table, carefully arranging flowers into a block of Oasis full foam. Was it coincidence? Or maybe fate? Either way, that moment sparked my lifelong love for flowers. Fast forward to many companies, countless adventures, working abroad. I came back to Belgium and somehow found my way back to that very foam. For the past 23 years, I proudly worked with this manufacturer of Oasis Fall products and Flora Life. This industry, our industry, the world of creativity, craftsmanship, passion, and resilience has become my home. In just a few months, I'll step into retirement. But tonight, it's not a farewell. It's not a goodbye. It's a see you soon. Because in the end, it's not just about the flowers. is not just about floral form. It's about you. It's about you all, the people. You make this industry very special. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for the last 23 years.
My name is Hanneke Frankema, and when I was young, I was already mesmerized by the passiflora. I had a small section of garden in my parents' backyard where I already grew little plants and flowers. And I remember being mesmerized by the passiflora flower. So many layers, so many shapes and colors. Being a little disappointed they only bloom one day, but very happy to see the next bloom on the vine is opening up. When I was already very young, I fell in love with things that grow. My kids! Wow, look at this. It's amazing for me to be here and such an honor in front of all of you. A lot of preparation have gone in, so for me I'm very excited to finally be here on stage with all of you. I would first want to thank Annemiek, Bart and Chris for sharing your beautiful story with us. So we are all here today because we are all connected to things that grow. We have breeders, growers, we have people who work at our auctions, hundreds of thousands of people who deliver all the flowers, flower trucks, you can see it on the screen. It's many people, it's a huge industry. People who teach, students, we have freelancers who travel all over the world, florists who make a lot of people happy every day. And of course, we have the competitors here, and they have worked so hard. I can imagine you must be very, very nervous. But sit down and relax because there's nothing you can do anymore. So I want to make a small remark because the last person in the video is Joseph Messi. And he's a very good friend of mine. And unfortunately, he became ill. So if you find a chance, maybe somewhere next week or the week after, send him a small message. Just to give him some love because in my opinion, it really breaks my heart if you're already here with all your materials and you miss this opportunity. Okay. So, for my first piece, I was talking about the passiflora. So I took the passiflora as my inspiration for my first object. But in this case, I didn't use the open flower, although it's very beautiful. You can see it on the screen, but all the details and the shapes, if you take some time to take a look, it's the most beautiful flower. But I took my inspiration from the closed buds. And if you take a very close look, you can see it in the tip. And I tried to make it as this shape of inspiration inside. For me, something that is very beautiful in this arrangement, because this is made from a beautiful plant, and I use it a lot. I'm a very spoiled florist because I live in Holland. I know a lot of growers personally. So this is actually from a decorum grower called Hill Plant. They keep a special section for me to grow these. And I know I get the question, it's almost 20 plants inside. Not too much. Something that's very special for me inside this arrangement. I hope you can see it, but they are starting to make new leaves again. Because we made it a few weeks ago already. For me it's very special that it was happening. So inside I have a lot of Passiflora vines. Always beautiful and inspirational for me. I like round lines. The vines are always to be found on my flower list. They can be really nice problem solvers as well. If you have a little gap somewhere, just fill it up with a vine. Nobody will see it. Next to, of course, all these beautiful bases, I have a lot of beautiful flowers inside. From all our great sponsors. Beautiful Gloriosa, orchids, from Water Drinker, from Antura. But I want to show you this special one. Because I was very lucky to be able to cut from the botanical gardens of a few growers. And for me, this is the most interesting thing to do. I can cry a little bit if I'm there looking for all the treasures. So these details make my job even more special. So what I always say, for me, I always compare floristry with a book. Because if the book looks interesting, the cover, it catches your eye. So this arrangement could be the cover of the book. But you want to read a lot of pages in the book. So I always look for details. More pages in the book. Special flowers, beautiful foliage, but also details with wire, small techniques. So your story is more interesting. Of course, a bouquet with roses is great and it's beautiful, but it's for me the cover. So I always try to tell a story with my work. And I think if you take a look here, this has a lot of beautiful pages. Next, we go to education and craftsmanship. I think this is the most important thing for us florists. And for me, it's very important that we support the next generation. And we need new blood in our profession. And this is why I was asked to make the show together with a team of young floral talents. Our association, VBW, has made a group of young floral talents to inspire other students to go for being a florist. And it's a massive amount of work to create a show like this. So we have 7 great young florists who were helping me during all the preparations. They are here already for a week and they made, all of them, their own piece. And they are a little bit nervous, so I think let's get the first one in. So a big applause for the first one. So, first one is Esther. Oh, stop, no. Go back. No, Monique, this can be a little bit better, eh? Yeah. I heard the Polish people there. So we do it over again, eh? So now we want to go for the full amount today, eh? I know it's in there. Okay, so give it up for Esther. Woo! Okay, so up next we have my very special Carina, because she's working already in my place since September. And she has seen all the blood, sweat and tears and blisters, and she has her own as well, because she has been through the whole preparation. But we're talking now about your beautiful bouquet. Lots of butterflies are inside. Maybe you can tell them how many butterflies you have there.
Yeah, around 400, so 400. So very, very much.
So, and we gave them all one of the sponsors, beautiful margin par flowers, together with all the butterflies. And tubes from Yodeco, and a beautiful vase from Yodeco. Very lovely, airy bouquet. So here's a lucky person who has Antura as a sponsor. So she's the lucky one also to have all the botanical materials inside. And for the people who are a little bit emotional in the crowd, crying, you use some candle wax on something. And what did you use to make this?
I just use the 2-layer tissues and just pull it off and just make it my own way.
So if you need some tissues, she has some leftover ones, I guess. So this is Iris. She has Decorum. I work with Decorum a lot, and for me, the very strong thing about Decorum, they have plants and flowers, and I really like the mix. Having really nice vocal points, cut flowers, details with the plants. And you just had your exam, right?
Yes.
So you thought, well, I passed my exam, so I want to make something that is similar. Okay. So what did you use to make this?
I use Tonkin sticks to make this, and a lot of wool and the drilling machine.
Yes,
That's my
lots
favorite.
of hours drilling, lots of hours drilling. And Rick, our beautiful boy, with his dancing drop shape, beautiful shape. He's also very lucky because he has water drinker. So he has lots of beautiful botanical-ish varieties inside. Also a really nice book to read. Lots of surprises in this piece. So what's your favorite material inside this one, Rick?
My favorite material is here inside, this beautiful bromelia.
Oh.
Maybe you can watch it later.
Yeah. We are going to display everything. Not everything. Trust me, you will know at the end of the show we cannot display everything. But we will display a lot of the things tomorrow as well. So Bent, I have the same question for you. You have Decorum as well, so plants and flowers in the mix. And she also has Smithers Oasis with the new renewal foam. And she made this dress by herself, and there's actually foam inside. She made the whole thing herself. And I'm going to ask the same question again, because how many butterflies, because we have 2 butterfly girls here, how many do you have inside?
It's around 2,000 butterflies.
2,000, woo! Lots of work. I'm doing this and I have this. I'm not used to having this one. Okay, Gerrit, very beautiful construction. For me, really nice detail. I'm not sure if you can see it. You used clay to make the inside, and then you burn it. So you get a really amazing color graduation and structure inside. He has, I think you can guess, he has margin par with the beautiful Tokyo, the really long ones with 6 flowers on each stem. And how many did you use for this piece?
Yeah, really much. I think 85 stems?
85 stems, woo! But they are very thin, so to hold it in your hand, it's fine. And he made a beautiful base with laser cut technique. And he has the Wireman as a sponsor. Lucky you. So, you were lucky to get Gordon Bach, also a lot of botanical materials. And Acre, very beautiful vase. And for me, really beautiful shape, really nice. And what did you use inside?
I use toothpicks.
Toothpicks, and how much?
I think a lot of 5,000.
5,000 toothpicks, so lots of work have gone in, lots of work. So, this could be a bit more, Come on. So, I'm waiting for my piece to come in. we have our stage manager. Where are you with my beautiful piece? So, when I did my education, and in total I went to school for 7.5 years, and I became a master florist, you won't believe it, because I did the theme was making bridal bouquets out of only leaves. So I tried 35 techniques with maybe even 30 or 40 different types of materials. And I do a lot of things with steel grass. It takes a lot of time, but I really like it. It's a technique, it takes a lot of time, but it's really beautiful. You have very beautiful shapes. But I learned so much from doing this master florist exam. And it's really nice to show these things here again, because I made this piece. It's not too light. I am not famous for making very airy light bouquets. So the base out of this is made from a plate, and I've used this Hoya Kerry, also from a decorum grower, and I will show you how this looks like. I have to put this thing down. Very heavy bouquet. I've used 500 of these Hoya Kerrys inside. And of course, I go to the gym a lot, you can see it. But also the back side, for me, very important to make a really nice back. And the inside is made with lots of beautiful botanical pieces of treasures, orchids and a few gloriosas, all in the mix from our different sponsors. So I went to school for 7.5 years in total, but I was 21 years old when I got my title, Master Florist. And next week, I am a Master Florist for 21 years. So now you know how old I am, so I'm not a young, fresh leaf anymore. So next to this, because it's a really nice overlap with my education, I also would like to dedicate this bouquet to our dear colleague Martin Groen. Because I was not there in this really beautiful dedication to him, but I think it's a really beautiful gesture having 500 hearts. Because his name was Martin Groen, and this is why we have the green hearts. So this one is for you, dear Martin. Yes, and of course, competitions. This is why we are all here. For me, it meant the world doing competitions. You grow as a florist, you learn so much. Having competitions and evolving in our profession is so important. And everybody here knows, in the front, I cannot see you really clearly, blood, sweat and tears go into it. And I think you must have think for a lot of times, why do I put myself through this? But this time, try to sit back and relax, because it's done now. Enjoy this moment being here, because it's something you will remember the rest of your lives. Look at what we have here. This is our beautiful model, Alma. So, we made a small little dress, and it only took us half a year to make this, because we have more than 10,000 pieces inside this dress. I could not really resist using some wire in it. I tried to leave it a little bit out, but it didn't really work out that well. So the wire men, big friends of mine, and they call me the Iron Lady. I didn't came up with the idea, but I do like wire a lot. I love to work with wire, and I think it's good to have a signature as a florist. You have to be a little bit good in everything, but having a very fixed signature for me is really important. So we used a lot of aluminium wire in it, and we said, well, touch of gold. I think we have some touches of gold in here. So lots of rolls have gone in. I lost count. So don't ask me how many is inside. And we have been wiring lots of beautiful golden materials. And actually, this dress is like a history book of my competitions, because there are lots of details and items inside that I've used for the last 20 years in my competitions. Ginkgo leaves, the golden details. So for me, this is really like a memory lane in my competition career. So I'm not going to make a lot of things for you today, but I'm going to show you one technique, because we have a few hundred of those inside this bouquet. And this is a technique I use a lot at the moment. Because for me, this is the perfect technique, because it's very decorative, but it's also very technical, because you can fix all the materials with this technique. This is also very good for competitions. I'm sorry, I'm a bit late with this advice, maybe. But for me, this is something very usable. And we always have the discussion, well, it's not sellable, takes a lot of time. But you have to, of course, practice it a lot of times. And I have to show off a little bit here on this stage, right? So, but you always have to see things like demonstrations, technique, as a push in a certain direction. So if you change it around, you can make smaller varieties or smaller pieces out of it to make it more commercial. So you have to be a little bit clever to turn it around, to use it for your own business. So you can see it's already starting to be a really nice shape. I make this for very big works, but if you use thinner wire, you can also make this with thinner wire for bridal work. So you can use it for lots of types of works. Of course, you can imagine this is something that takes a lot of time, because all these flowers are spray painted, and then we have a really nice binding with bullion here. And I always, when I teach, I always give this a small name. Because when I do this at home, I always call this Netflix jobs. So the next thing I want to talk about is the amount of details. You can see it in the picture behind me. And we try to use a lot of inspiration in this case from Iris van Herpen, because it's really symmetrical. So this side is the same as the other side with the lines of the thick wire. And this is also something I made in previous competitions. So another really nice example of my competition history. A small thing, we have a welded frame underneath. The man who made it is here in the audience. And there's wheels underneath, because you can imagine it's a little bit heavy. Yeah. She goes also to the gym a lot. So for me, a very special item, the corset, because it's made out of the Mikado plant. At home, I have 25,000 dried buds. It took us 3 days to cut them from the plant, and it's the only flower that has a golden backside. In this corset, we have over 3,000 of the dried Mikado buds. So I've used it also in my European body decoration. It was the most hardest part I ever got. People dancing in it, yikes. And it took me the longest time to come up with the idea, and I had the highest number for it. But inside this body decoration, I also used the Mikados. So in this detail. Yeah, but that's always the tricky thing. If you do competitions, you have rules. The 1/3, 2/3 rule, horrible. I think everybody here, yeah, everybody here knows, eh? Yeah. So I was very lucky I didn't have any rules here. So I could just do whatever I want. And I always wanted to make a beautiful Beauty and the Beast dress, so here it is. Okay, I can go on and on about this dress, but beautiful flowers and plants inside from all our great sponsors. Gloriosa, botanical pieces, succulents, pieces of plants with beautiful, nice bindings out of bullion wire from, of course, the wireman. And next to this, I think everybody here who's doing the competition, it's very important to have a great partner or great partners. You cannot do something like this alone. So I have, as a main sponsor, FM Group, and we were allowed to work in their place, like 20 minutes from here. And you have all seen that they are working outside of the building on the road. Eh? So we were supposed to arrive here on Friday morning with everything for the show. And then we needed to change everything to come in on Wednesday. So that was very stressful. It cost me a few gray hairs, I think. But it's so important to have a company beside you that moves with your problems. And I'm really sure that everybody here knows that it's so important to have support, not only from family and assistants, but also from companies. And for me, doing the European Cup gave me so many beautiful connections with all my sponsors now. Renate and Helena from Marching Part Decorum, you know what I'm talking about, eh? But you also get lots of new work or lots of new things, other things out of it, business even. So I did a masterpieces shoot recently for a FM Group, but also we have a few colleagues here on the screen. Jenny is competing here now. And we have Bjorn. Bjorn with Kim, and he was supporting her for her skills. And then last but not least, I think he's there-ish somewhere. Nicolaus, he is the world champion now. So, talking about great colleagues, everyone has dreams. So, this is a little bit for all the competitors here. So, your job is done. You can sit back and relax now, enjoy this moment, and dare to dream.
I am my own believer, in my heart the reason I will follow.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Well, so beautiful. Thank you so much, dear Alma. So, everybody, this is what we all do it for, eh? These moments. Wow. So, talking about competitions, here in the front, are you nervous? I bet you are. I think a lot of people are nervous. So I thought maybe it would be a nice idea to check how the jury is doing. We can check out the jury room.
Hello.
Hey. Get out here. This is Church's room. Okay. It's only for authorized.
Ooh. Yikes. I think I'm not done yet here. I think they need a little bit more time. So, okay, of course this was a little joke. But we also have something more serious to talk about. Let's talk about sustainability. So, it is not going really well with our planet. And I think everybody can do something to make it a little bit more better. And especially in Holland, I'm not sure if it's the same case in every country, our growers were under attack in the media. Being unsustainable, bad for the environment, having pesticides on flowers that make people get sick. Well, I have a lot of florists sitting here in the audience, yeah, and think you're all still alive, right? So, yeah. So, for me, it's very important because I'm very lucky. I am a Dutch florist, and I know a lot of growers personally. And it's also, I think it's already for a long time. And I think Floral Fundamentals started with this, to make the connection with growers and florists. And this is why we are all personally as florists connected to growers. And we can talk about things. And it's also for me the same for a lot of my sponsors, like the growers from Decorum. I visit them a lot. And the growers from Floral Fundamentals, I visit them a lot. And they are doing so many things to make their products more sustainable. Chickens in the greenhouses, insects, using biological things to make their materials much more sustainable. So I would like to ask you something. Because there's another company here that has something new. And it's for me a very special company. And it's Smithers Oasis. And this garden is made on the new renewal floral foam from Smithers Oasis. And this is a company, for me personally, one of the biggest supporters in our floristry. At every event they sponsor, every competition they are there. And since I was a very young girl, they already supported me. And there is the no foam direction, but they are doing everything they can to make the environment a better place. So I think we can give them a very big applause. beautiful flowers inside from Marginpar. Beautiful mix. Butterflies, so you can see it's very, very sustainable. So up next, I have something for you to read on this screen. So as florists, we are bound by nature. We shape nature's dream, reminding people of their deep connection to the world around them. And I'm coming to join you a little bit here. So I'm just going to ask a random person here in the audience. Oh, I see a really lovely boy here. So what do you think about this, Max?
I think it's really important to respect the nature, and we are florists, we work with nature, and we have to make tribute to nature. Very important things.
Oh, we have somebody special here. So what do you think about this, Mr. Marcel?
Hi, Hanneke.
Hello.
I think nature is all to us. If we don't have nature, we have nothing. So we must be very careful with it. And I think that the growers all over the world are doing everything they can to make it more sustainable. More people should know about it. We should shout out more instead of letting them tell bad things about it. Shout out, people. We have a beautiful product.
So this was not scripted, eh? Because I want to ask you something. I think most of you are used to having a phone in your hands. But I want to ask you to take out your phone and make a picture of this screen. So yeah, come on, you can do it. We have some time for it. So I would like to invite you to take a picture of this screen in 3, 2, 1. It doesn't have to be now and it doesn't have to be tomorrow, but somewhere next week or in the few weeks ahead, I would love for you to make a post on social media sharing this story and pushing it in the world. My sponsors are going to share it, I'm going to share it, you can repost it, but just try to make a very big message and send it out there. So, we go on to the next piece, the final. It's a head full of dreams. Something I made a little bit smaller for my Dutch championships. So when I got my Dutch champion trophy. So this is made out of cardboard. It's called reboard. Very strong material, very light, easy to transport. Also a bit tricky. Lots of hours have gone into making this piece, but it's very strong. Look, I can just stand on it. Very strong construction. So this is the base, and it's like a puzzle. So I have sections of this inside, so it's just a puzzle you can make. So you can also reuse it a lot of times. And this is what I do a lot in my work. I try to reuse things. What we also have inside is beautiful cardboard pieces inside. And we have all been spray painting everything with the bio spray paint from Smith's Oasis. So you can see here, we have 800 of these. And my oldest daughter, who is sitting somewhere there, she said, when we were doing the preparations, Mommy, if you put them in this line, it looks like a flower. So I thought, oh, that's a very good idea. So we made a couple of these flowers as well. So there's a welded frame underneath, also made by the man who was also sitting here. And he also welded the base for the dress. But this piece you can take apart and reuse it over and over again. Lots of beautiful flowers from all our great sponsors. Too many to mention. Also plants, flowers, parts of plants, beautiful succulents. Yeah, this is for me what we all do it for. So people, I had a dream for this show. And the path was not always easy. But I would really like to thank VBW for giving me the opportunity to be here with you on this stage. And I would like to thank all my sponsors, also to mention, and Renate and Helena and Hanneke, you all know what I'm talking about. You have been such a great support to me. Of course, I want to thank my family, my parents-in-law, for babysitting. Even our babysitter is here, because I cannot live without a babysitter. We have a very typical job, so we have to be very flexible. And she did also some of the sewing work on the dress. Yeah, and then of course, very important, our young floral talents. Because without these young talented florists, I could never have made this show. And I would also like to thank you for being here with me today on this stage. For me, it's a big honor to be here with all of you. And then last but not least, the organization of this whole event. All my friends, all the people who have worked so hard. And then the really last ones, and for me it was a really new world. But I would really like to thank my technical people and creative director, Sander, Ad, Monique and Edward. We just know each other for a few meetings. And they made everything here possible. All the digital images, lights, sounds, everything all together to make this show so great. So thank you so much for supporting me. And we have another one. I always forget another one. Because you have seen a lot of beautiful pictures on the screen, eh? And it's all coming from my boyfriend here in the bottom, Nico Alsemgeest. Yes, I am really the luckiest florist in the world to have a photographer at home. So, everybody, growth starts with a head full of dreams. So, everybody, I hear it is time. I think we have a winner. So, this small little heart is made out of 5,000 dried crespedias. Lots of work. And the base is made out of one big piece of floral foam, of course, from Smithers Oasis. It took a lot of time to make it, and I'm very happy it's a dried piece, so I can reuse it for something. But we have something very special inside. But first, I would like to invite Simon and Patricia on the stage.
Where is Patricia?
Not here yet.
We are the ones that will be remembered. Singing this time we can't go home.
Hey, you are not Patricia, but you can come in. Come in, Morgan. Where's Patricia?
I'm not Patricia.
No, I got
We're
that
just
one.
looking for her.
Okay.
You're not Patricia.
I'm not Patricia now.
Okay.
Maybe another night, but
Okay.
not at this moment.
Okay.
The level is directly going down, eh? Oh, there she is, look.
Here she is. Oh, okay. Let me get you one. Bear with me 1 second.
So, this is the moment, because we have something very special inside this heart.
Where is your microphone?
Ooh. I have 3 envelopes here. Are you feeling hot already? So,
Is it really a time?
I hope so. I hope there's something in it.
But
So I hand it over to you, Simon.
What do you think? What should we do with this? Huh?
Start with the golden one.
With the golden one? Shall I open
Simon,
the golden one first?
Before we do that, I would just like to invite some other people onto stage if it's at all possible. Yes, I'm doing this now. Yes.
Okay, then let's wait.
Don't panic. I'm doing it.
Then let's wait. You will invite some.
Yeah,
okay.
if we can. I'm going to just delay that. Sorry, guys. I know you're really eager to know the places.
We can discuss.
You can have. You
can
can be.
discuss with
What was your?
whom we choose
What was your?
first.
What was your names?
Snip and snap.
Snip and Snap are going to have a chat.
All right.
If I could please invite to the stage a few people who this would not have been possible without this evening. They have been phenomenal and worked very hard. Can we please invite the jury? Thomas, Siv, Jill, Jerka, Mariusz, and Max. And may I also invite the TC, the Technical Committee. Please welcome to the stage Tracy, Heather, Roxana, French, is that correct? Ferenc, and Richard. This wonderful group of people have worked tirelessly over the entire time. I don't know how you do it, but you did it. So please put your hands together for the jury and the technical committee. Thank you very much. Please now take your seats. And now I'm going to hand it over to you guys.
Okay, Patricia, if you agree, I like gold and copper.
Yeah.
And
No, I disagree.
you disagree?
I disagree. We cannot do this.
What do you suggest?
First copper.
First copper.
Let's do how it
Okay.
used to be.
Can I then open?
Yeah,
the...
right. I put on my glasses.
Okay.
To see if the...
Once again, stop you right there. I'm delaying it once again. Because I'm going to invite the 10 up onto stage.
Okay.
Maybe this is a good idea.
We wait a little longer.
Shall we go
I
and
just
drink
like the
something?
You can, I'll get you a gin and tonic, I promise. But I'm going to keep you in suspenders. I mean suspense, obviously. I've never imagined him in suspenders. But
We just wait.
could we please have the final 10 back onto stage? These guys are going to be so nervous now, but please come and stand along here. Follow me. Walk this way. Hiroto, walk this way.
Not us.
Thank you. So, are we ready? Do you want to give them their certificates? You sure? Okay, so.
Okay.
Please,
So
Simon and Patricia, I promise no more suspense. You
Nobody
may
else
now-
to the stage, so...
Sorry?
So is that now final? So nobody else will come on the stage?
No one else, just these
Okay,
10.
promise?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, good luck to you all. You all did a perfect job.
Okay. I will open, you read.
Yeah. Just let not see. So it will be a big surprise. I'm sorry.
The third place, the Florint World Cup of Floral Art is...
France, Frederic Dupree.
Dupree.
Yay! Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done, well done.
Congratulations.
Can he get an envelope?
Why not?
Oh, please.
You also have something from Hanneke.
Yes.
Congratulations, Frederic. Perfect. Now the second place. The silver one, Simon. Not the golden one, the silver
not
one.
this one.
No?
Can I take this one home?
No.
Okay.
Maybe the flower work.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Just have a look. All right. How do I pronounce this?
I can.
All right, you do.
Gabor Nash, Hungary. Congratulations. Hello.
Congratulations.
You can take envelope as well.
Can you cope with this as
Congratulations.
well?
Perfectly done.
Congratulations. You're welcome.
Okay, the big moment.
It's hot, is it?
Finally, the golden one. I can hear who is in it. I know.
First place, Florint World Cup of Floral Art is
All right, you say.
Tomasz Max Kuczynski from Poland.
my God. Sorry for my English. I think it will be not very good. I was not really prepared. 19 years ago, I took part in the Euroflowers competition in Utrecht here. I was something in the end, and my dream came true today. Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to. At first, I would like to thank to Zygmunt, to my great assistant. Ziggy, thank you very much. I would like to... Yes, Ziggy is the best. And big thank you for, big thanks for my parents. They are over here, and my partner, Kacper. I love you. I love you very much. Thank you for my, big thanks for my team, because they were working really hard for this. It's not only my award, it's also yours, guys. Thank you all. Thank for my team. And for my sponsors, for Zenon Rek, Rekpo Group, Polish Florist Association, thank you very much. And all of the Polish people, thank you guys, I love you. Love you so much. I did it for you. Thank you very much. Thank you.